I will take a heart transplant over addiction any fucking day. I would take everything that I've been through and everything that I face in my life today over.
Where the hell you been? You're all over the place. You're all over the place.
Dude, I love it.
Dude,
I love it. So are you, bro.
we're trying.
Yeah.
Trying, bro. Trying. Hey,
No, we're doing.
God's blessing us. I'm running with it.
God is blessing us, brother.
Dude,
So blessed.
I was out on the road. I was in LA and
Oh, I love it.
doing something, and dude, you messaged me, and that message meant the world to me. And I didn't quite understand what you were saying when you messaged, but you had said like, "Bro, I'm not with you right now, but I'm still with you." And you were talking. You sent me a DMX song, and you were talking about like, "Yo, when you're out on the road, you're away from your family, it gets fucking lonely, bro." I was sitting in a hotel room, sitting there thinking about my wife and all this stuff, and you sent me that, so it meant the fucking world to me.
I love
And,
it.
bro, it also means the world to know that there's somebody else out here. You know what I mean? Getting out of their comfort zone, pushing their fucking limits, going out, networking, meeting people, doing the uncomfortable things, putting your story out there and everything like that. It feels so good that somebody from our community, you know what I mean? I have another brother that's fucking on the ride with me, so love it.
I knew that shit, bro, when I came out of the hospital and Brittany Bass connected us, and I called you, and like I wanna, and I've told you this before, but I wanna pay homage to you, like right here, for the world, because when I came out the hospital, I didn't know you, but Brittany said you should connect with this guy, Sean Livingston, and I remember being on the treadmill. I couldn't work out yet because I still had the wound vac on my arm. And I was just walking on this fucking treadmill, and I didn't know nothing about you, but I called you, and you said, and we connected, and we were gonna link up, and then you told me about your movie, man, and I remember watching that shit, dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I watched that, and it gave me the inspiration. Like at that point in where I was in my journey, like even though I've developed like a savage mindset and strong faith, we still have our human. And like I was reaching in those moments for like that hope and inspiration from wherever I could get it. I had a neighbor down the street that had open heart surgery, and he got all jacked, and I found it from you, brother. You know, and I just want to fucking honor you with that, dude. You know, because it's important. It's important. I find, my brother, like I've come to a place recently, like over the past year, even after the heart transplant, right? Like when all the business stuff went down with me, that I got to a place of like what I really truly want for my life as far as the people in it.
Yeah.
And that became non-negotiable, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot left because they weren't part of where I was trying to go with my life. They weren't going to help that mission. And others came in because I've been open for that experience, for God to work in my life. And you're one of those motherfuckers, bro. You're in my fucking circle, dude.
And, dude,
You know? We keep each other's fucking sword sharp. And I know, because, dude, I've been on the road now, too, and I'm doing so much cool fucking dope shit. Like, I'm hanging out with David Goggins and Dominique Wilkins, and I'm working with freaking Prince Marketing Group and Darren Prince and this whole new world, bro. Like, I'm in this whole new fucking world, and it seems so fucking cool, and it is, but, like, the reality is I want to be with my wife and son.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish they could be with me. I'm not in a financial position to take them with me to do these things right now because I'm building. And, like, that road is lonely. And the road, even walking this path of, like, what we're doing, putting ourselves out there to the world, you know, you get judged in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then sometimes, like, the old friendships, they kind of leave, and that's hard, too.
Yeah.
And you start walking this path alone. Like, I had to isolate for months. I fucking isolated in my garage when the heart transplant happened and rebuilding myself. And then I isolated again in after the business stuff. I would cry in that gym, dude, alone. But that's where we learn, bro. That's where we grow.
Dude, I remember our first phone conversation. You had literally just got your heart taken out. You were on the treadmill already. You had just watched a movie, dude. You're on fire. I'm walking around my kitchen. I'm like, yo, this dude, I'd heard your name. I'm like, yo, this dude is wild. Like, he does not give a fuck. And, bro, the more we just sat there and talked, you know what I mean? I was trying to figure you out, you know what I mean? I knew you were from up north, and so, like, usually I get along pretty well with people from up north. But
who's this fucking guy calling me?
Yeah,
no, I know.
No, I had heard your name. I knew you were in the community and stuff like that. But, you know what I mean? I analyze people. I sit back, wait, see how they operate and everything like that. And as soon as I got next to you, bro, as soon as we start talking, it was like, all right, this is my dude right here. And then I give you props all the time, dude, because you've helped me in a huge way. Especially when I was out in LA, because I'm a horrible self promoter. I tell people all the time, I don't like, although I speak and do a podcast and have done a movie and all that stuff, I don't like talking about myself. It just so happens that the things that have happened in my life seem to help people, and so I use that. But I don't ever want the spotlight on me. I don't talk about myself. I don't talk about what I've done, anything like that. And bro, you and I, we went out, we had lunch at Soho House, and we walk in the door, and by the time we sat down at the table, we must have been in contact with 8 people. Everybody knew your name. They knew what you had done. They knew you had wrote a book. They knew what you were about. Like, they knew, and I was like, damn, like, I need that. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be doing the same thing. Like, he's been through it. He's that dude. And when he walks in the room, he lets you know he's that dude. And so I need to be doing the same thing. And so now I've gotten more comfortable starting to push my shit out there and talk about my accomplishments because, but at the end of the day, like you said it very well on the phone the other day, you know, we walk into a lot of rooms and there's an owner of this or this person did this and this and that, but very rare do I walk in a room that people have been through what I've been through. I'm not talking about other addicts and stuff like that. I'm talking about business, this and that. And so it's like when you walk in that room, you better realize like you're that motherfucker, and
You're
don't
that
forget that,
motherfucker,
dude.
bro.
Don't forget that. It doesn't matter who you're around. There's people who have not walked in your shoes, they've not walked in my shoes, and so that goes for anybody.
That goes for the listener.
Right. When you walk in a room, you are that motherfucker, dude. Don't forget it.
Yes. And own it.
Yes.
Look at your experience. Like, that's the thing. It's like the hardest shit that we go through in our life is what makes us the most savage. It's my hard upbringing, the trauma, the insanity, the violence, the addiction, and then the growth through that and the lessons and all that forge us. And what it makes us so beautiful at is going back and being able, because brother, you lived in different worlds like I did.
Mm-hmm.
You lived in worlds that most, and so have I, that most people would never understand.
Right.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
I don't understand your world, and maybe you probably understand my world a little bit more, but we both have similar worlds that we've lived in. And when you're able to live in different worlds and then go through that process to come from that fucking like, and that fire and that real raw shit, and then you could do your work and you get on the other end of that stuff. Now we get to go back and help those people that have been through all that trauma, all that stuff, because we can relate, and we're on the other end of that, man.
Right.
And that's the fucking beautiful thing about this whole thing.
Well, and there's a reasons people like, you know, Darren Prince, David Goggins, these people are coming into your life because it doesn't matter what you've been through. Anybody listening to this has been through some type of adversity, right? And so you could walk around and carry this adversity and let it hold you down and walk in rooms and feel like you're less than or ashamed of your past or what you did. But if you made it on the other side, you're helping people. You tend to walk in a room a little bit different way. Then you walk in a room with some pride, because I have pride in everything I've fucking been through. And so if you want to talk about people investing in you, giving you opportunities, wanting to be around you, then you better act like you're that motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can't be all timid and stuff like that. You want to get a job, walk in there to that interview and know you're that dude. You're that dude they need to hire.
Yes, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
And who's missing out because we're not showing up?
Right. And there's nobody that's going to sing your praises or talk about what you did like you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's passion, it's authenticity. You've lived through it, the emotions behind it. People can tell when you talk about it.
I think that's what it is in our world, and like even through life, is living in true authenticity of self, through like true honesty with self, not trying to fit in. I did that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I've done that.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah,
we all have.
And
we all want to belong.
You know?
Right.
But it's the dude that sits out on the corner alone and makes everything come to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real shit right there.
Yeah, right.
That's the real, through vibration and frequency, through doing that healing work deep down inside, that inner child work, that trauma work, that pain work, that shadow work that we don't want to see, but we face it.
Yeah.
And that changes the vibration and frequency. And when we change, and dude, even when I sat, and I keep going back to it, but when I sat in that hospital for 6 weeks, when you sit alone with yourself, you can't fucking move.
Yeah.
I got wires all in me. I need someone to help me to get up so I could go to the bathroom just to move all the wires that I got in me. And when you sit in that, you learn so much about yourself, bro.
Right.
So much.
Right. You learn so much about it, but also look what you were doing, bro. There's pictures of you like that. There's fucking videos of you like that. Like, you're putting that out there. You're taking your most vulnerable time. Your most vulnerable. You just had your chest opened up and another person's heart put in you. You're taking your most vulnerable time and you're putting it out there for the world to see. You know what I mean?
Because I knew, Sean, at that moment, just like God was using me in addiction and to help people to recover from addiction and alcoholism and mental health, I knew at that moment, bro, if you even go back to my post, I knew that God was using me for inspiration for even bigger, brother.
Yeah.
Because now I could reach a way wider audience.
Right.
And, you know, since I've done this and put this out, like, I've helped, like, dude, I get DMs every single day. People in recovery, people facing heart transplants, liver transplants, people that have gone through it. I like all over the world, dude. And it's like, and I answer everybody. And it's such a beautiful thing that I get to put my story out there. It could have went 2 ways. I could have been a victim in all this stuff, and I could have just sat in my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I could have went back to the old ways and self-destruct.
Right.
Or I could have said, nah, why me? Why not me?
Yeah.
What's the gift in this, and what am I going to become because of it? And like, I've done more, honestly, my brother, in the past 18 months of my life than I probably have done in my whole life.
Yeah.
Because it's like complete offense.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. I'm granted this gift of life to experience all of it, every bit of it, the good, the bad. I get to have this conversation with you today. I get to taste water. I get to have a meal today. I get to go out and see some people today and bring some inspiration. I get to do some business today. I get to tonight go home. Me and my son get to get a haircut. I get to do all this. I get to be here. When I wake up every day, I'm like, fuck, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm here to experience all this shit and go create. And I don't know how long I have. So I'm going full force on it all every single day. I release fear, resentment, all my old patterns, and I bring in love, gratitude, and abundance, dude, daily. It's on my vision board in my house, bro.
Dude,
I live in this.
You just said something, brought up 2 things for me. I literally just watched something that has stuck with me, and it was just talking about having the mindset on certain things, right? And so many things throughout your day you don't necessarily want to do, but change your mindset and say, I don't have to do this. I get to do this, right? I get to do this. And I've been doing that. And bro, it makes me so much more thankful throughout my day. And then the other thing, like, I think about you standing up and walking around in the hospital with your chest, using your story to help people, right? And I remember, bro, when they made that movie, I didn't think my story could help anybody. I didn't think anybody would pay attention. I never saw myself doing this shit. I just thought my story was just another story. I didn't think it was anything special. But turns out it helps people, right? And so I've had a lot of, I've gotten now, worst thing they did was let me get comfortable doing this podcast shit, bro. Because now that I'm going on social media and stuff, like, I'm going. And there's a lot of people that have, there's some people close to me. It's funny. The people that don't necessarily know me, they're the people that are blowing me up.
Always.
On saying how important it is, what I'm doing, the effect that it's having on them, how vulnerable I'm being. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was just literally talking about almost the end of my life not long ago, did some posts about it, and I got blown up. Now, there's some other people, the people that are close, are like, why are you posting that? Why are you doing that? It's like, have you seen how far this shit has got me so far? Like, why would I not be doing it? My purpose on this earth is to use my experience to help other people. Why would I not take my most vulnerable moment and use that for people, man? Why would I not do that? Just keep it for myself, just like you did. In the hospital,
brother.
Tubes out, chest open, and you're still talking about it.
Yeah, bro. There's 2 billion users a day on Instagram and Facebook. Like, why would we not want to reach that? That's what the platform was really designed for. It wasn't designed to be of all this other BS. It's designed to connect people and also to bring inspiration and hope for those that are like out there needing that stuff. It's like you get to reach people that you would never be able to reach You get to connect with people that you would never be able to connect with. You get to inspire people that you would never be able to inspire. And you get to serve on a more grander scale that you would never be able to serve on.
Right.
So like, why would I not want to? But the funny thing about that too, especially for anybody that's willing, like looking to get into that space of like putting themselves out on social media, don't listen to any of the people around you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with anything. You know, like always move with the people where you're trying to be like, you know, don't take advice from like people that aren't where you're trying to go.
But funny, did I interrupt you?
No, no.
I was talking to the director of the documentary yesterday. And so he was when the documentary was very first starting coming out is when I started getting active on social media. And so I'd call him and I'd be like, all right, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. And he would always tell me, he's like, bro, it's social media. It's not real life. It's not real life. You know, it doesn't, and so I listened to him and I stopped posting. I stopped doing, you know, it was hard, especially not knowing and all that stuff.
Wow.
Well, now I'm all in on it. And now I'm doing it and I'm seeing traction and I'm getting, you know, I mean, things are going well.
Yeah.
Where it's like, damn, why did I listen to anybody? Why didn't I do that shit back then when I first started it? Where could I have been now? Thank God I started now.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? Not listening to those people and not listening to what the algorithm is or this or that, bro. As soon as I started putting out the stuff that meant something to me, that I loved doing, that I enjoyed doing, talking to the people that I loved talking to, that's when shit changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's when shit started going up quick.
Just be authentic.
Yes.
Truth. Real.
Right.
That's what it is, man. You know, our world is like, it's, you see a lot of stuff on the Instagram, like with, you know, the Lambos and all this shit. And it's like, that's not relatable to people, man.
No. And they just went and rented that shit anyways.
It's like people, like our world, like it's people suffer, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they want to see the real raw shit of what you're really going through and what you've been through and how you have overcome it. And that's what we show them, bro. And how could we not?
Yeah.
You know?
Let me ask you a question. Have you had anybody, you know, I had a conversation recently where it got brought up and made me start thinking about it, but have you had anybody hit you up that's kind of that old school AA mentality or the old school recovery mentality where it's, you know, it's anonymity, we don't talk about our stuff, anything like that?
No, that's not happening, man. No.
I've had conversations with people to come on the podcast or, you know, this and that, and I would never, if somebody doesn't want something out, I'm not going to put it out, but they were people of the old school AA mindset and they weren't like comfortable doing this. And so I love the space that we're in where we can do this recover out loud and talk about what we've been through, talk about the tough times, because that's lets people know like, oh shit, it is possible. We do recover.
Absolutely.
All these things happen. And so I love the space that we're in like that. But the thing I keep going back to is we all in the recovery industry, in the recovery world, we talk about how there's this stigma. There's a stigma around addiction. There's only a stigma because people don't fucking talk about it.
Absolutely.
If people talk about it, then everybody would understand how common it is. There's nobody listening to this that's not connected to somebody that has a relative or a friend that's suffering from addiction. Nobody.
Absolutely.
That it's find me somebody. Good.
Everybody is suffering. So no, things are different nowadays, brother.
Right.
Like, I mean, we have to change with the times, bro. Like we're you know, AA was found. It's a great tool. It's the foundation.
I'm not saying anything bad about it.
It's the foundation of my
100%.
my spirituality and the steps. But it's 2025, you know, and we have these platforms out here, and we're gonna utilize them to be able to be a voice for the people that, you know, feel shame, because that's what addiction. Like my addiction kept me in shame, you know. The trauma led to the addiction because the pill felt good, and that was even which led to more demise. It was the devil tricking me, and it just led to more demise. And then you start doing the fucked up shit to get your shit, and that just creates more and more shame, which creates more and more addiction.
Do me a favor if you would. So you grew up New York City. Fucking through the crack era, everything, right? If you would, man, for the audience, if you'd paint a picture, right? Frank Parisi, you're at your fucking rock bottom in addiction. What's everything look like?
Oh, wow. Holy shit, dude. Oh. Like, bro, I would get arrested on like a Friday night, crash a car, get out on Monday and I'd get crashed again. I crashed with another car. Then the cops would bring me to my house. Like that was like, bro, it got to a point that my wife left on Christmas and I was eating hot dogs by myself with my dog. And there was a snowstorm and I couldn't even go cop or like find a way to cop. And I was just in my house on a Christmas night in a shithole house by myself. And I took a fucking shotgun to my head, bro. I didn't blow my brains out. But that's where it took me, brother.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm so grateful for that. As crazy as that is.
No, I know. I feel you. Hey, once you hit there, bro, the only way's up.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was able to face what I did in the hospital. Because all the fucking shit that I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
It prepared me for all this.
So running around in the streets of New York City, what's some of the wild shit you used to see? Just fucking...
Oh, bro.
You gotta have some good New York City addiction stories.
I mean, dude, most of the shit that I grew up around was just insanity and violence and you know, I mean.
Did you have the local crackhead on the corner that everybody knew and was boys with? Every neighborhood got one.
It was just complete insanity, brother. It was just it was insane. I mean, there was this periods of insanity, like from childhood, you know what I mean? Like out the birth,
right?
You know, the insanity in the streets there, the violence, guys getting hit with baseball bats, watching people get killed,
yeah.
You know, that part. And then me, like, as I got older, it was just running in that insanity, the addiction, and bro, I mean, really just ugly, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, when I was out in LA, I met Michael Frances and thought of you immediately. As soon as
I was not like Mike, but okay.
No. But just thought of you immediately. New York City, mob ties and all that shit. Yeah, dude, he is so cool. I was so geeked up to meet him. Yeah, so cool.
But he's another guy that changed his whole life, and he's a man of God and Christ, and
recovering out loud in his own way too.
There he is, bro. Solid guy.
Yeah.
I know I don't know him, but I watched his thing with Patrick Bet-David and Sammy the Bull.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
It was. But then I grew up down the street from the Ravenite.
Okay.
I grew up on Elizabeth Street, and then Gotti's Club was on Mulberry. So it was like Mulberry, Mott, Elizabeth.
And he was known as like the top earner guy, right?
Yeah.
All the documentaries I've watched, he was like...
No, he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From gas or some shit.
Just different businesses. Oh, Mike. Well, yeah, Mike Francis made the most, bro.
Yeah, right.
He
was like the earner.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the gas schemes.
Gas, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They had gas schemes.
Bro, I don't know. I'm fascinated with the mafia shit. Anytime that stuff comes on, I'm locked in.
But, you know...
I didn't grow up in it.
I know. It's nothing good about it.
I know, but... shit's sexy, dude. It's fucking cool. I want to watch that shit.
Grateful I grew up in that environment, but I love this life.
No,
I love this life. I love my life today.
Bro, I love my life today, but I love where I came from too.
Absolutely. Me too. I wouldn't change anything in my life. Right. Nothing.
So what are you working towards, bro? Like, what's the... You seem like a goal-oriented guy.
Yeah, for personal, it's constant personal development, strengthening my faith, strengthening my family core values, making time for my son, pouring into him daily. That to me and my wife is the most important. The vibration of my home is most important in my life. So that is always going to be number one, my relationship with God and the vibration of my home and how I pour into my son and my wife. And then as far as business goes, there's a lot, dude. I'm still promoting the book. I'm doing motivational speaking. I'm on podcasts all over. I signed with Prince Marketing, Digital Marketing Group. I'm doing some ambassador stuff with them. I've been traveling with Aspire Tour, which has been really cool. Got to meet with David Goggins a few times, a lot of the speakers, get the backstage feel and all that. And then growing emotion right now. That's really what we're doing here in San Antonio.
Yeah, shout out to Jason.
Shout out to Jason Turner, my brother, my business partner.
Built something special there.
He built something amazing and special. So that's what we're doing. We're working on the second location on the west side to open up hopefully sometime this year.
Yeah.
And just growing that and seeing where all these other opportunities take me, brother. Next week I'm out in Cali doing a bunch of podcasts, the podcast that you were just on, a few other ones, speaking engagements, doing some business. I'm going to be doing some fun stuff. So that's cool. And I'm just open, bro. I'm open to what the universe has in store. I'm still doing some, that's the other thing that I'm going to be doing too. I'm releasing courses for people, coaching courses. I stepped away from the group coaching. It was taking too much time. I want to focus my efforts more on what I'm doing with Prince marketing and emotion. But I still will take on a client from time to time, one-on-one.
Yeah.
But right now what we're also doing is I got another business partner, shout out to you, CJ. We're developing some coaching courses to take people through my 5 pillars, very affordable, that we're gonna put out online. They're gonna run like $99 to $199. You'll get the whole fitness program along with some action steps with the pillars. It's courses that these people could do on their own. So just to be able to help people. But we have a lot in the works, man. We're talking about masterminds and other speaking engagements as well as retreats. So there's a lot coming. And again, bro, I'm still open. Like I'm letting God and the universe direct me on this whole entire journey. My hands are off the wheel. I was telling my wife this morning, it's like, if I look at my calendar for like the next 2 months, it's insane. But I'm like, today I get to do this with Sean. Then I get to meet with a sergeant with Randolph Air Force Base. I get to do some other business stuff today. I have another business meeting, and I get to do all this fucking cool stuff with cool people. Like, you know what I mean? With my people, you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing in my life right now. More than anything else, the quality of human beings that are in my life right now is the best that it's ever been. And for that, I am so grateful. And I know for a fact that because of that, my life is going to move and continue to move in a direction of abundance.
Yeah.
Because the vibration and frequency is all in alignment. I only move through alignment, purpose, and core values, brother. That's it.
Bro, I was just going to say, I need you March 15th, Sober South by. We're doing it. Sober South by West event. We got Bart Crow headlining. We got an amazing lineup. It's going to be a banger. I need you there. It's I Am Redemption's first sponsorship for an event.
Oh, so
definitely need the big dog there.
Yeah. Dude, what do you want me to do?
Huh? I just want you to come be with me.
I'm dead, bro.
I just want you.
I'm putting it in my phone right before me.
I'll bring you up on stage, give everybody a shout out and all that stuff.
Yeah, bro.
I got stuff going with Austin Marathon right now. We got Austin Marathon right around the corner. So I'm doing a shoe giveaway with Fleet Feet. Running absolutely changed my life. So it's like such a blessing. I've been able to link up with the Austin Marathon folks. They're kind of who put me on the map. They did an interview with me and put me out there. And so we're going to be at the expo this year. We're going to be running the marathon. I got you're talking about individual clients. I got a young kid right now who's he's still in treatment, and I've worked it out with the treatment center. They're gonna let him run Austin half marathon with me. So I'm going there twice a week, getting him training while he's in treatment, training him for a half marathon, and so he'll be done with that right as the half marathon rolls around. So, bro, what bigger win could you get than going out and crushing your first half marathon as you step out in the sober life?
Amazing.
What better win could you get?
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
You know the high
my kids
gonna
go
have?
the year.
You know the high that kid's gonna have? The natural high.
Same one I had, hopefully.
Yes, bro. 2025, I'm going all in. Last time I was on, my book was coming out. I don't even think it was out.
Oh, well,
The
not-
book went bestseller in 3 countries, Germany, Canada, America. Thank you, everybody, for your support and love. Thank you for following me on Instagram. Instagram's starting to blow up. Things are going good. I'm all in, bro. I'm fucking all in. I'm traveling. I'm podcast. I'm all over the country. Interviews. Next week, I'm in California. 3 podcasts, speaking engagements, business. Then I'm in New York and Philly. Then I'm back in Cali, and who knows where I'm gonna be in between there. I'll be down here a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just on the road. It's 7 days a week, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. The beautiful thing about it for me, more than anything, is that like my son is watching all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's just the win, dude.
Bro, I want to talk for a second about, because you and I talked about it quite a bit on the phone, the importance of the people we choose to allow to be around us and surrounding yourself around with the right people. Man, so many things that I talk about when I go give my talks, I realized that I kind of gotten comfortable. You know what I mean? I'm used to saying all these things when I go speak and all that, and I've allowed myself at a time to be comfortable. I found myself in a comfortable circle. I wasn't necessarily pushing myself. Then all of a sudden I'm depressed and like all these bad things are happening. And, you know, I had my little tough time, took a step back, realized it, got back in the running community, got around some badass motherfuckers, was talking to people like you, people that when they see me winning are actually excited to see me win. Because at one time when I first started all this, bro, I thought I had a circle like this.
No.
The entire community I thought was on my side. And not saying they're not. I'm not saying people are plotting on my downfall or anything, but you start to realize as you continue to move forward and move up and become successful and do these things, there's people that will kind of try to latch on. And then there's people that all of a sudden you stop hearing from them. It doesn't seem like they're too happy for you that you're making moves and doing things. You know what I mean? How's that experience been for you?
I look at it as this, my brother. I know for a fact what my mission is here and my purpose, and I move in that. So
No matter what.
So I don't have any judgment towards any relationships that I have anymore. It was just not beneficial to where I'm going and how I'm going to get there. Because I look at it like this, like, and you're going to understand this. Like, I left and I got the download. I know what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So if me and you were in war, because you've been at war, and we're on a mission, like, there's no going back, bro. Like, we gotta fulfill this mission. Like, I can't have you not knowing, as my brother in arms, if you got me on this mission.
Yeah.
You have to have me on this mission. Otherwise, we both ain't gonna make it.
Right.
And that's how I look at my life today. And it's no judgment. If you're with the mission, then you're liking my shit on social media, then you're calling me, then you're showing up. You come to my speaking engagements, you show up for me, you promote my shit just like I do for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then that's cool too.
Yeah.
You're just not part of the mission. But I'm going to keep going up the steps to the top, and I'm going to keep getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep having my chin up and my chest out. And the people that don't want to be part of that is cool, because they're going to have the binoculars watching us. They could have been with us enjoying and all of it. But what happens, Sean, and here's the reality with all of this, is that when you do things abnormal to society, everybody wants this type of life.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you put a mirror to them, and what happens is they don't like what they see. So I'm the guy that's like, man, you're doing good. I want to learn. I want to get better, because I come from shit. So the way I get better is through learning through you. So I put myself around people that were better than me and had enough humility to reach out and say, hey, man, I know I want to learn from you.
Yeah.
But what happens is sometimes people, it's the ego, the dysfunction of the ego, and it ruins relationships sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's not the vibration I'm trying to be in. I want to watch you win and support you win. I want to walk with you, even though I'm not with you, knowing that you're with me, dude. When I'm down, like, yo, my people in New York, when all my money went away, dude, like they bought like $2,000 worth of books. I'm not saying everybody got to do that, but they had it like that. And I had friends that had it like that are in that book and didn't even buy my book or promote the book. Well, they're not my friends. They were a season and a lesson for me to reflect on and say, what's your part in that? What is my self-reflection in this relationship? Because it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's my mission and my download and where I got to go. And I got to have self-accountability and self-reflection. Always look within. Even that treatment center that did me dirty. Okay, did they do me dirty? Or did I put myself in a position to allow that to happen? Now my swords are sharp. Now I know, and I move with alignment and frequency and purpose. And I'm with Jason doing emotion wellness, what my true purpose is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I got to self-reflect. It's never on anybody else. It's always on us, dude. And it's our mission, our download, and we're on a fucking mission. We're on this mission to serve and elevate and evolve. And I'm going to support you in that. And if you're not going to support me in that, then that's cool too. I have no judgment with that. But I'm going to find the people in my life that are, and I'd have.
Right.
And they've come in. And they've been 100x of what I used to have. 100x of what I used to have.
Yeah.
My circle has like been injected with like the most strongest steroid in the world. I have the most savage, fucking authentic, honest, loving, serving people in my life today. I am so grateful for all the lessons because now I will only move in this vibration and frequency because I know my non-negotiables. I know my purpose and my vision. I have my non-negotiables, and that's the only way we're going to operate.
Yeah.
And that's even family, dude.
Yep. Oh.
And there's no judgment. You know?
Couldn't agree more, man. Pulled me right out of it. Surrounded myself with the right people.
Changes the frequency, dude.
Immediately blessings just.
We're vibrations and frequencies in this body. And what we surround ourselves with, we take on as well, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, if we're not on the same, it's like, dude, we're the antennas in the old TVs. And it's like, you got to get those things correct. And if the circle that you're surrounding yourself with isn't in that thing, it's always going to be, it's like addiction, dude. There's just so many spiritual levels and there's so many levels to life and business. And as we continue to evolve, dude, there's just so many ways to look at this thing because you could look at it from the addiction standpoint too, of like, if the whole family don't get healthy, like no one's getting healthy. Well, like when you're on this mission of business and growth, it's like, well, if you're not in the same vibration and frequency, you're never going to go to where you got to go.
Right. 100%.
You know?
Dude, another big thing, and you and I have talked about God. Neither of us are quiet about our belief or anything like that, but one of the biggest things I started doing, dude, was making sure I pray every morning as soon as I get in my truck, and then taking the time to sit there and be quiet for a while and listen to what he has to say for me. But one of the things I started doing was praying for the people that I was praying for people that I know are not excited or happy about me winning or any of these things, praying for the people that I may have resentment towards or feel some sort of way about. And it's changed my mindset on them, but it always lets me know why I'm doing all this.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to help people. It keeps me out of myself. There's something up there bigger than me looking out for me and doing all this. He has a plan. I'm just a part of it.
Yeah.
But dude, it just centers me every morning, every day. It's like how I need to start my day.
Yeah.
When you talk to God, what's your relationship like?
Oh, dude, it's that giving thanks for my health, for my family, for the abundance that he's blessed me with, for what he's gonna bless me with, for using me as his tool to be able to serve, to be his vessel. Like, I know that.
No, neither of us should be here.
No.
You even more so. Not just because you had your fucking heart taken out of your chest, but he kept us around for a reason.
Yeah, to serve, dude. To serve and to vibrate high and to bring that vibration to other people.
Yeah.
That's it, dude.
Right.
You know?
I was at the gym the other day and There was a buddy of mine was with me. He's in the recovery community with us, and so there was another gentleman that he knew in the sauna. We were just sitting there talking, and the one gentleman started telling him about me and that there's a movie and what I do and the podcast and all that. And he asked me a question, and I immediately just went, yeah, dude, kicked out of the military, heroin addict, lost my family, blah, 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 blah. And next thing I know, dude, this dude opens up, is crying in the sauna. Just met him 30 seconds ago. And he's telling me how his brother had just passed away and what should he do about grief, and how hard it was for him to come to the gym every day because that was like their thing. And I was like, bro, if this was y'all's thing, do something to honor him. Sign up for a CrossFit competition, go run a marathon, like do something, because I promise you, he's up there looking down on you. He wants to see you doing this. If this is y'all's thing, he wants to see you doing it. He doesn't want to see you go isolate and sit in your room and be sad he's gone. Dude, you know what I mean? Do something, like show him the glory and all that. And as we sat there and talked, I was like, brother, God don't make mistakes. There's a reason that and bro, it was at noon. I never work out at noon. I work out 5 a.m. every day. Yesterday was the one day I just happened to work out at 12 noon. Is in the sauna with this guy. I was like, bro, there's something that got me here today at 12 noon. There's something that got you here. There was something that made sure my homeboy was there to tell you about this. Like, all this is not an accident. But like you're saying, I'm here for service.
Dude, and that's what life's all about, my bro. When I was dying, that's all I thought about.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about all of that.
Yeah.
Like the people I helped and the experiences. I thought about this shit with my son, but like it was a lot of the people I helped. Like that's what. Don't you feel the best when you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the best when I help somebody.
Dude,
when I teach somebody.
Lucky. I feel so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So lucky. Whenever it's to go help somebody, whether it's to drive out to a treatment center to speak or to go meet somebody or sit on the phone for 2 hours because somebody's trauma dumping on me or whatever like that, that is the one thing. It's like, man, I can't believe I'm the person that they want to sit there and talk to this stuff about. I can't believe anybody thinks I have the answers or this or that. You know what I mean? I just got my shit together and started running a little bit. But, man, it's
the greatest feeling in the world,
yeah.
bro. Just to help people, connect people, help people. I just love it. I love even serving or connecting or like helping people with biz. Like I just want to bring people together, dude. There's abundance for everybody. There's enough to serve everybody. Like that's what I want to do. Just like bring it all together, dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean, bro?
Like you're saying, bro, doing this shit together. Like there's not an opportunity I don't come across where I don't make sure after I'm done talking that I make sure they know Frank Parisi's name.
I do the same for you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bro, there's been some other people out here where I've tried to do the same, where it's like if I get an opportunity, I'll let them know about you, let them about you, but it's like it doesn't ever come back around.
Yeah, and going into that, bro, like one thing I realized is like if I don't want someone to win, I'm never gonna win.
Yeah.
The universe watches everything. And if I put out, like, there's enough abundance on this planet for everybody, brother. And if I don't want you to win, then the universe isn't going to allow winning in my life because I'm saying I don't want winning.
Yeah. But,
like, I want everyone to fucking win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I literally want everyone to win. You know?
Yeah. You never see, I forget how this was said, where I heard it, but you never see successful people like hating online.
Never.
They're too busy winning.
Winning, dude. And helping other people win.
Right.
That's what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
So focused on that. And bro, I just always try to keep that on mind.
Mm-hmm.
Always try to keep that in mind.
I look at it like this, bro. It's like, this is my movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's my movie. And I'm on a direction in the movie. And it's like, at any moment, the movie could go in whatever direction that it's going to go. I'm the fucking director, the actor, the producer of this movie. And it's like, I know where the movie's going. I have an idea of where it's going. And we're going to all come together to make this movie the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. And there were some people that just weren't supposed to be in the movie. Yeah, they're just not supposed to be in it.
It's like in a sitcom when, you know, someone gets killed off or something. It's like they're not part of it no more. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. You know?
How many years sober you got?
13, bro. I'm coming up on 14 in July.
14 years sober.
14 years sober.
Sober from what? I know, but what were your mains?
Opiates, Xanax, cocaine,
Shooting, popping pills.
pills. Yeah.
No shooting dope?
No, I never shot dope.
Thank God.
Yeah, but I would do like 980s, like on some days, like bad, strong habit.
What was the
7 years?
What was that line? Was the line was needles? You weren't fucking with needles?
I never fucked with no needles.
Did you smoke crack?
I smoked crack.
What was the line? Why didn't you ever step over the needle line?
I was scared of heroin.
Yeah?
I was scared of heroin.
But you'll snort 9 oxys.
Well, back when I was doing it, it was like there wasn't laced with fentanyl, bro. So it was like at least I knew what I was getting in my mind. I thought,
Right.
It's like I'm a responsible junkie.
Right. I use straws. I don't use that like
80s and I chew them,
Right. Well,
I only do oxy with cocaine. Okay.
from I think the cover of the Cameron CD, the cover of the fucking Get Rich or Die Trying CD. They've seen so many Oxy 80s crushed on their faces.
I never snorted it either. Because I got a broken nose. I'm a DV. Yeah, that's why I even like to snort coke. I did that when I would nod out from the pills. I would snort coke, but my nose, you see it? It's like broken, dude. It got punched, man. It's probably been broken, bro.
You never snorted an Oxy?
No,
Really?
That's why I started smoking crack. But that's what then my wife found the crack pipe in the freezer. And remember Beetlejuice? Remember the movie Beetlejuice?
Why'd you have it?
I don't know, dude. Like, I
you
would
get a
fucking barrel the
freezer? Didn't it want to break some glass?
Bro, I would.
Well, I guess that's.
I'd wake up to be ice cream in the dryer. You know what I mean? Like,
Wake up with the
straight up ice cream in the dryer. Like, my wife's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. I just took 20 Xanax. I have no fucking idea what I did. I have no idea. You got to tell me.
ice came in the dryer.
Yeah, like, bro, like waking up on the floor, but like when the crack, I only smoked crack for a month, but then I got soaked. Crack got me sober. That shit got me sober.
That's a quote.
Crack got me sober.
Crack was miserable. Then I found out you just can't really.
Crazy. But when she found the pipe, it was like Beetlejuice when his head shrunk. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, not that I like all the insanity. Like, bro, my wife defended me in court.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the insanity, like, that was it. That was it. Like, the crack pipe.
I can't believe you ever snorted Austin.
I never snorted it. No.
Dude, I became good. I'm better. I mean, thank God I didn't kill anybody, but I became so good at driving with my knees just because as soon as you cop, I didn't know I needed to keep moving back home. And so I'm driving home, peeling the coating off, and then I put an ID down, and then the pill down, and then a selfie over that, crush that shit, go like that, and just gone. Hopefully that wasn't triggering for anybody.
No, it's terrible.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And that's going back to that. It's like, I will take a heart transplant over addiction any fucking day. I would take everything that I've been through and everything that I face in my life today over living in addiction. That's the reality.
100%. You know what they say? They say, I've heard this before. I don't know if you found this to be, but crack keeps you away from cops and meth makes you go to cops. Have you ever heard that?
No. I never did meth. I did as a Adderall once.
So crack,
and then
I remember the crack. Like I'm peeking out the windows and stuff like that, feeling like SWAT team's about to come in. And then on times of meth, I remember the girl I used to date a long time ago. She once she hit the 24-hour mark and no sleep, you could literally watch. It was like, oh, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And so one time I remember I started hearing her yell in the apartment. And so I go walking into the room. It's probably 1 a.m, right? It's completely pitch black out. She's standing at the window, screaming at a closed window outside with the drapes open to our apartment parking lot, convinced there's somebody standing there yelling back at her. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And then the next thing I know, she was going to call the police. And I'm like, you're not calling anybody. She locks herself in the bathroom. And then I go in there to see what she's doing. She's on the phone with the police, calling the house. Bro, I got dope. I get everything. So I dip off into the parking lot, and I'm like sitting behind in this little alley of our apartment building, and I'm literally using not the nightlight, but the street lamp. I'm trying to use street lamp light to hit a shot of dope as I'm sitting there watching her talk to the police. As she's all hopped up on meth, trying to say that there's AI out there. But so I was just like, I never wanted to go talk to police ever. I was fucking up. At the end of the month, I'm doing my first ride along with APD.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
How dope is that?
I love that, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I've done interventions.
With police?
Yeah.
I've had
them on. I'm sober.
I've had them on here.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's not anything I ever thought I'd be doing, but I could not be more excited. I'm doing a Friday night shift, riding around with the APD guys.
I love that, bro.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah. What a difference in a life, right?
Hell yeah.
I know. I used to like get arrested, then I go help them. It's like what a beautiful.
Bro, I have
change.
such a profound respect for what they do, what they put up with, especially the way the world's been. As of recently, like I was a menace, dude. I was a menace. I don't blame them for one bit for locking me up.
Yeah, they were always good to me. To be honest, I was like a nice criminal when I got arrested.
One
time I was bad.
Yeah, I never fought it. It was always so respectful, sir, ma'am.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
I got arrested so many times. It's like
I had one bad experience where I was in Waco. I shot up in O'Reilly's parking lot and nodded out, fell out, broad daylight. And then I woke up, and I remember when I woke up, I was leaned back in my seat, and I could feel somebody over my shoulder. And I looked down, and I had the can, the dope, lighter, everything sitting in my lap, and I just remember being like, oh, I'm fucked. And then I started to turn my head, and I hear, don't fucking move. And he had his gun in the window, through the back window, like pointing at the back of my head. You would have thought that I just like robbed a bank or murdered somebody or something like that, or he was busting me with kilos.
Right.
I'd done all the dope. Now I just have a bunch of paraphernalia. I think I had under a gram on me, but that time wasn't fun.
That sucks.
The other time was pretty chill.
Well, going back to your original story, if you want to talk about a crazy moment, like I remember getting arrested and vaguely of this, and being in crashing the car, fighting with the cop, not fighting, but arguing with the cop, my cousin coming, who was another cop, to not make it escalate, but then they had to arrest me. And so I'm in the hospital bed, cuffed, I come to. I got 100 Xanax in my balls, and there's a rookie cop watching me. Now I got to go to jail. And I'm like, buddy, I got to piss, but I can't do it with you right here. Right? And he left. No. Yeah. So I threw the Xanax out. I threw it in the fucking the needle things. You know what I mean? Yes, I was like, no, he was a rookie. God always looked out. I'm sorry, but I'm not proud of that.
No,
but it was just one of the fucking stories, bro.
Dude, I remember I was in the army.
I had another guy once get by me McDonald's. He was so nice, the guard. He actually got me McDonald's, bro. You know, like I was always like good at like, you know.
Dude, I was in the
smooth talker.
I was in the military. We were getting ready to go out to PT. This is at the very, very end of my military career. So like I'm in the process of getting kicked out. And so I didn't give a fuck. I was going hard. And so it was right before PT in the morning. And so I'm in my bathroom, in my barracks room. I shoot up and I was being lazy. And so I had a brand new pack of rigs and I threw them up under my pillow, right? We go down. As soon as we go down, they fucking basically quarantine us off. They're doing room inspections. And I have a bag of needles sitting under my thing. There's no way I can explain that. And so they're like, all right, go up and stand by your rooms. And then they have sergeants walking around to make sure you're not going in your room. And bro, so it's like Mission Impossible. I'm like trying to have people watch so I could dip in because I got to get all the paraphernalia out. But you're in your PT uniform, which is just some flimsy t-shirt and some little running shorts. And so I'm like trying to shove stuff in between my boxers and my shorts, but it's like puffed out of my shirt. So I'm like sucking my stomach in, bro. Like I have felonies on me right now, and I'm on a government. You're on government robbery. It's not good. But I remember so scared. Somehow didn't get caught, but got kicked out nonetheless. Wild times.
Crazy times.
Wild
what
times.
Now, look at our lives.
If it wasn't for all
When you
that
think
stuff,
of that,
if it wasn't for all that stuff, we wouldn't be doing.
Yeah, but think of the insanity, and then now look at our lives, and that's for anybody that's out there suffering or struggling with addiction or new in recovery. Like, man, you have no idea how beautiful this life can get with all the insanity that you've been through, of how amazing this world could be.
The dude from Hopeaholics, Chad,
He's a nice guy.
he was cool.
Nice.
All weekend, he kept saying, he kept telling people, don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens. Don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens. But everybody, like we're talking about, all these people early recovery, hearing these crazy stories or hearing what life's like now. But you don't know how many times I relapsed, all these things, but that's what it is. Don't leave 5 minutes before the blessing is about to happen.
I suffered for almost a decade with addiction, bro. I went to treatment 6 times. I've been arrested at more times than I could count.
Yeah.
Look at it now. Look at my life now.
It's a long road, but when you look back, it was a blink.
That's right, bro. Yes. Time's going to pass anyway, so put in the work.
100%.
Put in the work,
Yes.
Yeah.
Brother, I could sit down and talk to you all day long.
I know.
All day long. Do you got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about?
I want to plug in, one, follow me on Instagram, Frank Parisi 2011. Also, follow our podcast, the Emotion Wellness Podcast on YouTube, Spotify. Follow Emotion Wellness. That's our substance abuse and mental health facility here in San Antonio, Texas, for adolescents and adults. And go out and buy my book on Amazon. It was a bestseller. It's on Amazon. You could also get it at frank-parisi.com. But it's built
up for the people.
Bestseller in 3 countries. I appreciate everyone's support. Everyone that's been following me, all my followers on Instagram. Thank you for your support. I'm just super grateful to everybody. Like, the beautiful thing about this whole thing is the amount that I get to serve, not just like locally and nationally, but now I get to really reach people on a global level through these platforms. And for that, I'm like so grateful. I've had a lot of support, like from different countries, people following me, reaching out. And I just, I'm super grateful for that, man. Like, what a beautiful life, bro. I'm so grateful. So grateful for you more than anything, dude. I love you.
I love you.
For real.
I love watching you win. I can't wait to see what we do over this next year.
Fuck yeah.
We'll be sitting back down here before not too long talking about it.
That's right.
All right. By the way, we like to wrap up the episode. Everybody knows who Frank Parisi is now, but if you take a look into your camera, maybe throw out a couple I am statements to let them know who you truly are.
I am loving. I am grateful.